Hi, pile number one. So, fun fact, I actually shuffled these cards on Friday, Thursday. Nah, it was Friday. And today is Tuesday. So that was however many days ago. I'm not good at math. But these are your cards. For some reason, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what pops up. So this is a feeling you might even give people. That's probably what makes you attractive. The people anticipate seeing you or anticipate hearing what you have going on, or anticipate a conversation with you. If you can see right here, you're the first ever collective that I'm doing this with. So those are some channel messages back there on my whiteboard. Alright, so let's see what pops up for you. Indio de la Guerra, the Indian War. I don't speak Spanish, but I bought a deck that is in Spanish, so I am going to have to pause this and read it or translate it. Alright, so I looked up the translation for those cards. Now, what makes you attractive is that you carry very big boss energy. You have very much a leadership type of, if you don't have a leadership type role at work, or if you don't own your own business or something like that, you definitely carry yourself like you do, or you work the room like you do, and that's what makes you attractive. You're also somebody who is willing to take on problems that other people feel like are too big. So if there's an issue, people will look at you for either a resolution or a plan or some sort of answer, right? So when things hit the fan, you're who people look to, right? As some sort of like game plan or something like that, which is very much a leader type of role to step into. So that's what makes you attractive, is people feel like they can rely on you during stressful situations, or you're somebody who knows how to take the bull by the horns. So yeah, that's what people find attractive about you. Let go of that which is causing you inner turmoil. Now is the time for casting away emotions that are no longer serving you. All right. Time and place. Time and place for everything. You are somebody that knows how to read a room. You know how to present things that may be uncomfortable in a way that softens it. You don't diminish the message, right? But you take the punch out of things, right? So you're very mindful with how you communicate to people, when you communicate to people. So I'm getting here that people do have a sense from you of security, that you are somebody who is emotionally intelligent. And not that you will tiptoe around people's emotions, no, but you'll at least be considerate of them, right? So you're not somebody who's going to lie to make somebody feel better. You'll tell them the truth, but it won't be in a way that'll smack them in the face. And that's what people find attractive about you. Yes, okay. I'm hearing straight shooter. So people find you attractive because they know that whatever you're saying, they can take as truth, because you're not somebody who would lie to them. Now, if that's true or not, I'm getting that it is true, but I'm being told here to emphasize. Sorry, guys. This was supposed to be no ads, and I've never had that happen before, so I'm gonna stop this. Huh. Okay. So there's also something about being interrupted, but not in conversation. But if you're in flow, or you have an objective and an obstacle comes in your way, you're just going to maneuver, right? So people actually admire that about you. There's something about the way you handle things, problems specifically, that people find very attractive about you. And I am getting a very big work energy here. So a lot of the people who may find you attractive are actually at work, at your job, or your previous jobs. I don't know why that needed to be highlighted, but I guess somebody needed that confirmation that at your previous jobs too. Also, people who are at work. So anyone who's at a store, who works at a store, a gym. There's something very there's something very powerful about your energy. It's not even just powerful. It's not just powerful. When people look at you, they can tell that you're sure of yourself. I see a lot of people like looking at you and then like taking mental images, and you stick out in their mind. Like they go home and they're like cutting the carrots, and then like an image of you pops up in their mind. So you're somebody who stands out a lot to people. Like random people too. Like people you don't know. Or people who pass you by and you don't even interact with. Could be observing you. I know it sounds a bit creepy, right? But I'm getting this, that people, you stand out to people somehow, some way. I think it's the way you move. Your movements stand out to people. Oh, yes. And you're also somebody who's able to put your emotions in check. I'm getting that very strongly as well. You're somebody who, in a very stressful situation, you're not going to let your emotions spill over too much. Excuse me, confirmation burp, or at all. Yeah, so I'm getting this sort of like safety from you. Like, what makes you attractive is that people are confident that if something happens, you'll know what to do. Yeah. Okay, interesting. All right, let's jump into the tarot. Okay. Benevolent Spirit Guides of pile number 1. What makes pile number 1 attractive? You don't conform. You don't conform to unspoken rules or even known rules in groups or even at work. So what I'm getting is more of a social dynamic though. So there's something, okay, awesome. I just got an example. So you know that person in a workplace where, let's say, they're just the admin. And then of course there are people that are above that person. But let's say people walk into this establishment and they look at you and you look like you're the manager. You look like you're the boss. And then, people are like, and then you're like, oh no, I'm the administrator. People are like, oh, okay. Like they read that energy from you and they just assumed that, okay, you're the one who's either running this place or you would have the answer for this, that, and the other. So you don't conform to, I'm getting this is very energetic though. I don't get you being a rebel. I get it being more energetic. Because like I said, the people who are finding you attractive specifically in this pile are people that you encounter professionally. So whether you go to their job or, they work with you or they come to yours, there's something very professional, very up to par. So what people find attractive about you is your mystery. You see over there, it came out, your mystery. So you see the word complex over there. That word just stood out to me while I was channeling that. And I don't know why, but you're somebody who's very complex, and the only reason people consider you complex is because they can't predict everything that you're going to do. They can't predict your every move. And there are things about you that surprises people. So you may look one way, but you may be interested in other things. So maybe you're somebody who dresses, very businesslike. You may seem very rigid from the outside. And I don't know, let's say you're in your 40s, but you're a huge K-pop fan, and somebody didn't think that they could relate to you on that front. Like if they brought up K-pop, you wouldn't even know what's up from down, but actually you're really into it, and you guys can actually connect from that. I feel like people experience a lot of surprise from you, and because you're not what they expect you to be, it actually adds an even deeper layer of mystery. So people are like enchanted, or like perplexed isn't the word I'm looking for. Enamored by you. Yeah. People can't read you the way that they thought they could. So there are people who feel like they can spot a so-and-so in a room. Like, oh, I can spot who has money and who doesn't when I walk into a room. But you're an anomaly. Like, people think you're one way, but you're not. So it kind of throws them off. But in a way where you become very intriguing to people. Oh, jeez. What makes you attractive? Okay. I am strongly getting that you actually remind people of past lovers, number one. But also you make people afraid that you could break their heart. People feel like if they were to open up to you and actually open themselves up to, a connection with you, you have the ability to crush them emotionally. Oh, sorry. What makes you attractive? I don't know if this makes you attractive or if this actually makes people scared. I'm getting a fear, but maybe that is what is attractive about you. People have this feeling like you could change them. Like they would have to change their ways if they wanted to be with you. For you to entertain them, they would have to change, the way that they live. They would have to meet a certain bar or a certain level, and they don't feel like that's something that they can do. But that's what makes you attractive, is that you're kind of unattainable to these people. It's like they would have to be a version of themselves that's elevated. So people might feel like they're not good enough for you. But it makes you attractive to them. Hmm. Something about a horse. There's something about a horse, but then when I said horse, of course I thought of Meg the Stallion. Um, so you're somebody who's very, very attractive. And that's what makes people attracted to you as well. Is that you are gorgeous, handsome. Um, I want to see if there's anything else. I'm hearing here that you're about your business, pile number one. You are. You're about your business. Let me see if there's anything else here. Is there anything else, spirit guides, that pile number one needs to know? Oh. People want to get romantic with you. You know what? You're evoking emotions out of people that's almost like juvenile, like feelings they would have when they got a crush on somebody when they were much younger, like a kid. But that's actually what makes it very scary because you remind people of a time. Oh. All right, sorry about that. That was my daughter giving me a call. So I don't even remember what it was that I was saying. But okay, from those from this channeled stuff over here, I'm getting that you're somebody who you either started a new job, you're new to the gym, you're new to whatever establishment. Let's say there's a certain store that you frequent, but you just started going there. It's people at that place, wherever you're new at, wherever you just started going within the last like month or three, or a few weeks. That's where people are finding you attractive and you smell really good. There's something about you, you smell really good. And yes, it's fragrance, but it's not just that. It is not just that. There's something about your pheromones as well. Like there's something about your natural scent that's very alluring to people. Um, and people are confused by you. I did say that there's a certain mystery, but people are confused why you evoke such intense emotions out of them and they don't even really know you. So the way they feel makes them very confused. It's almost like you have people in a chokehold. I'm not trying to gas you up. This is literally what I'm getting. Um, you have people in a chokehold because they can't make sense of their feelings for you. Like, yes, you're attractive, but they understand that it's not just the looks, it's your essence. It's your essence. I'm hearing cater to you as well. There's something about people feeling the need, like just feeling compelled, and it's not forced to like assist you in whatever way they can. You know? Um, yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah, that's it. All right, pile number one. That is your reading, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care.
Pile number two. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I might need to tap in a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, so I'm doing this new thing where I have some channeled stuff on my whiteboard. Now your eyes are standing out, and of course you see there it says deep gaze. So you might have a stare like you're looking into people's souls. And that's what makes you attractive. So let's see. So absence makes the heart grow fonder. So what makes you attractive is your ability to come and go. Like, people don't want to take your time for granted because they know it might be a long time before they see you again. This might be for some of you, not all, but you could work online, like you could work remotely and only go into the office every so often. This is for like 12% of you. You could work remotely, and when you go into the office, like, it's like, oh, pile 2 is here. Ooh, pile 2 is here. So it's like they cherish the fact that you're there because they know they might not see you again in the flesh for a while. So that's what makes you attractive. You look like you have money. Whether you do, whether you don't, you look like you have great taste. You have money. You look very well put together. And there's something very manicured about you as well. So you are somebody who gets your nails done, your hair done. If you're a man, you make sure your hair is cut. If you have locks, you make sure it's maintained and twisted and braided. You're somebody who pays attention to your physical appearance. And that's what makes you attractive. You're very funny. People like your sense of humor. And that's what makes you so attractive. So it's not just your smile like I'm seeing here. It's not just your smile and your laugh, because those things are attractive about you. When I was channeling that, I was getting that. That's when people see you smile, when people hear you laugh, when people look into your eyes. They feel attracted to you. But it's not just that. You have a sense of humor, I think, that's actually pretty unique. Or you can catch people off guard with your humor, because maybe you look like somebody who's stiff-lipped. Like, if this is a professional setting, you may appear to be very like a square almost. But then you'll say something that catches people off guard because it's clever and funny at the same time. So you're somebody who has like one-liners. So your wit is very funny, and it's not something that people expect from you. That's why they find it so attractive. Because there's something about you that's very serious, but when you pull a joke out of a hat, it's hilarious. And people are refreshed by that because they don't expect it from you. Now's a good time to focus on achieving your own personal goals. You're very focused. You get things done. That's that's what's attractive to you. Is that if somebody, expects something from you, they're going to get it. If you agree to do something, it's going to happen. And that's why people are so attracted to you. Because you're a person of your word. It's something about money here. If you don't have money, trust and believe, you have the world fooled. If you're somebody who has $2 in your bank account, people would be floored because you don't look like it. That's what's so attractive about you. Yeah, like you're so put together, and like your head is on straight, and you look the part, you sound the part, and then you're also funny. And then also it's like an Area 51 sighting. It's like, oh, Pile 2 is here. Oh, I better say hi to Pile 2, or I better have a quick chat with Pile 2 because I don't know when I'm going to see them again. Or maybe it's just you haven't been certain places for a while. Let's say you go on vacation at work, you take some time off at work, and it's longer than people are used to not seeing you, so like your absence is felt, and when you come back it's like, Pile 2 is back, Pile 2 is here. Excuse me, that's a confirmation burp. That's what's attractive about you. You make people feel seen. That's what's so attractive. People feel like you understand them. Yeah, people feel like they can talk to you and you'll get it. You'll just get it. And even if you don't get it, it's like it's at least that you'll try to. Like even if you're not quite understanding what somebody's saying and you're asking follow-up questions, people appreciate and find attractive the fact that you're making an attempt to connect, like to at least see where they're coming from. Yeah, okay. So let's go into the tarot. The tarot. Let's see, what does the tarot have for you guys? Benevolent spirit guides of Pile. It's not shuffling. That was a mess. Hold on. Okay, I think we got it together now. Benevolent spirit guides of Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. You could have, I don't do that a lot on camera. That's interesting. So what people could find attractive about you is that even when you're in public spaces, maybe you behave like you're alone in a room, like no one's watching. Maybe you'll just sing something random that came to your head, or maybe even you're the type of person, yeah, I'm getting this. You're the type of person where if somebody says something and there's a word that they say that comes from a lyric of a song, and a song pops up in your head and you start singing that song, right? You could do that a lot, and people actually find that attractive about you because you have a way of bringing like a lightness to things. You can kind of take people out of things that are too serious. How can I explain that? You're like a breath of fresh air to people. So even professionally speaking, wherever you work, you're the Pile number 2, you're the personality hire. Yes, you can do your job, obviously. But it's like when Pile 2 isn't around, it doesn't feel the same. Ooh. Okay, let's see what the tarot has. Benevolent spirit guides of pile 2. What makes pile 2 attractive? Why'd the moon come out again? Interesting. Oh. You know what makes you attractive? Is that you're perfectly imperfect. Okay. So the fact that you're manicured, you're well put together, yada, 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 that's attractive about you. But there's also a part of you, as much as people, yeah, people do put you on a pedestal. As much as people put you on a pedestal, there's still very humanizing things about you, right? Like, you might be a little clumsy, or you might have moments where, like, you're a little all over the place, and then you get your bearings, right? So people find that attractive about you, but I'm hearing specifically endearing. Like, that's very endearing about you. People feel like, as much as they look at you and they put you above them, they also love the fact that they can see your flaws and not judge you for them, but it's almost like you're relatable to people, even though you have this energy to you that is extremely rare. Let's see. Pile 2. What makes pile 2 attractive? Benevolent spirit guides of pile number 2. So I'm speaking to somebody who's sorry for the face. Sorry for the face. There are certain combinations that I don't typically get. And this does feel very intense. So I'm going to talk about who finds you attractive. There is somebody who is actually, let me ask who, because I'm seeing how they feel, but I'm not seeing who. Okay, so who is this? Who is this benevolent spirit guides of pile 2? Who finds pile 2 attractive? I wanted to say, who finds pile number 2 attractive? It could be a potential Aquarius. Hey, yay, 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 yay. All right. What makes you attractive? Pile 2. Somebody just realized how much they love you. I'm very hesitant of saying love, but it's very clear that whoever this person is loves you, and they just realize how much they love you because you're no longer there. Now, this is somebody that you could have felt defensive with. Maybe you always felt like there was like it was mental gymnastics to help them see your side of things. This could have been somebody who you felt was wearing a mask, and that they made it seem like they cared about you more than they actually do. This is somebody who excuse me, tried to make you feel small in some way. That's a confirmation burp. Somebody who tried to make you feel small in some way. Somebody who tried to make you feel like you weren't doing enough or giving enough. Somebody who made you feel like you had to repress certain things, or maybe you couldn't say certain things out of keeping the peace because maybe you didn't. Yeah, this is somebody who made you feel like you had to tiptoe around their emotions. And I'm getting something here about healing. You and this person weren't at the same level of healing, meaning, okay, let's talk about conflict resolution. If you're trying to explain your side to this person, or you're trying to make them see things or help them see things from your perspective, this person was so focused on being right and protecting themselves that they just could not meet you there. So this might be somebody who's a little underdeveloped in their healing. Can you clarify this Ace of Pentacles, please? And then we're gonna end it here. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. I'm feeling this very much in my chest. It's like the left side of my chest is a bit tight. And I'm getting here, yeah, Four of Cups. So this person actually felt like there was a lot of potential for you guys to actually build something. But I think what happened was that they weren't sure, or they didn't want to commit to the idea that you two could actually get somewhere, even though that's what they wanted. Which is very confusing, right? But this person has very strong feel. Oh, I'm seeing a third party situation. Okay, I want to get off of this energy because this is about you and not this person. But whoever this person's got it bad. Like bad for you. Like this person, you have this person's heart. I'm gonna say that. Okay. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. It's the truth. You know what I'm getting? Everything from the beginning that I said. You know, the fact that, you know, maybe they didn't see you very often. Maybe they felt like they should cherish, you know, when you're there because they don't know when they're going to see you again. You know, your humor. What else did I say? Your humor, your put togetherness, and just having this rare kind of energy. This person felt all of that. And that's why they wanted to diminish your light. They wanted to diminish that because they felt inferior next to you. But all that did was actually make them. So I'm getting here that this is somebody that you walked away from, or you're in the process of walking away from. You walking away from this person just made their feelings grow stronger. And it's almost like, so what I'm getting is this person was trying to hide. This person was trying to resist the feelings they had for you, which played a part into why they fumbled you this badly. But since you're gone now, they're left with nothing but to face those feelings. Very strong feelings. And me looking into this person, I don't think it's for, you know, I really don't think it's for you to run back into this person's arms. No, more so for you to understand. You see what I channeled? Divine, too far gone. Yeah, this person crossed the line. Divine. Yeah. There was something very, it's a spiritual lesson that you both learned in this connection. Okay. All seeing. Okay, I drew an eye, and then above that it's all seeing. Oh. So, the divine had a huge hand in how this connection played out, because there was something that happened that the divine obviously could see that you couldn't see. And it's because of that you guys were pulled apart. So there's some things about this connection and this person that you still don't know. But out of protecting you, you were pulled from this person's life. Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting, because I was getting very strongly that this message is not to, have you go back to this person, but I think it's more so to show you that there was nothing wrong with you, and you're not the reason why this ended. And in fact, this person is losing their mind. This person's losing their mind. I said I wanted to get off of this, the Eight of Swords. Wow. This person's losing their mind over this. Four of Swords. This person's trying to get in touch with you telepathically. So I don't know if you have them blocked or something, or if they're just afraid, but they're thinking of you and hoping that you can feel it. I'm going to get off of that one. But yeah, pile two. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things for the algorithm. And I appreciate you guys for choosing me as your reader. All right, take care. Okay, pile number 3. Welcome. Welcome. First things first. I'm the realist. No, first things first. You, suck the air out of the room, but not in a bad way. In a way that is very intimidating for people. You know what? Because I got the Aphrodite card. You're like a siren. Your energy calls people in, but it actually also repels people, because people feel so intimidated by you. And also, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there are so many people that are competing with you, men and women, because of your allure. There is just something, I want to say, jaw-dropping about you. You wouldn't even believe the people who are in competition with you. That's so funny. I just got a phone call from a friend who was an old coworker. So I'm actually taking that as, because he doesn't call me often, number one. Number two, he called me from a different number. And number three, I don't answer numbers that I don't know. but something told me to answer it, and it was him. So that is a work connection because I left that job like 2 or 3 years ago. So that's actually a confirmation that your attractiveness actually puts you in competition, or other people, because it's not your fault. Other people put themselves in competition with you at work because of how attractive you are. And I'm assuming that it's also because you're competent, because I'm getting here that there's something about your energy that is it's not just intimidating. It's strong. Like, people have to notice you. Like, they can't help it. They can't help but notice you. All right, so let me flip over the other oracle cards. I see what you time to ground. Oh, snap. That's crazy. I wrote grounded over there. Okay. Time to ground. Moon in Capricorn. Put aside emotional concerns and focus on achieving or increasing financial security. Okay, that has to do with money. Money came out for pile number 2 as well. So if you were drawn to pile number 2, I would definitely watch that as well. Grow your truth. Digest your past. Grow your truth. Digest your past. Time to ground. Ooh, here's what's attractive about you. You have a very calm energy. Hold on, this gotta focus. 1 second. Okay. You have a very calming energy. Like, when people come around you, it's like just leveled out. Zen. Like, you could make people feel very relaxed. Now, focus on achieving or increasing financial security. What's attractive about you is that you have an entrepreneurial spirit. Now, if you're somebody who hasn't attempted to start a business, starting a business, or you already have a business that's off the ground, or you're just somebody who initiates a lot of projects, you always find ways of making money. If you're out of a job, it's not for long. There's something very like, you're about your bag. You're about your money. There's no compromising with that. That's what's very attractive about you. People feel like you're very sensible. Like, you just make sense. You know? Like, if they were to be in conversation with you, they know they're not talking to a dummy. If they were to ask your opinion of something, they know you're not going to pull it out of the sky. There's something very sensible, intelligent, grounded, ambitious about you too. What makes you attractive is that people have seen you in different stages of your life and you keep getting better. So, excuse me, confirmation burp. So, you're somebody where people can say, 5 years ago, excuse me, now I got the hiccups. You were this way, but now you're still the same person. But you're this way because, I don't know, you fine-tune something. Something's better about you. Something's better about you. So you must have worked on yourself a lot, and people can tell. Maybe they won't exactly put it in those terms, but people can tell that you've changed for the better, and that makes you very attractive. digest your past. So, what makes you attractive is people have seen how you've handled obstacles in your life, and you handle them with grace. And I'm also getting that some people might even feel like they don't know if they would have handled it the same way that you did, and they admire you for that. So what I'm getting here is, whoa, this is a little weird. But the people who could find you attractive are your friends. Social media. Since we're talking about growth, we're talking about people that you probably have left behind at this point. And they're looking at your social media or whatever medium they have, whether they're asking about you, whether they're connected to somebody that you're still in touch with and they see pictures of you or they hear about you. And there's something in their mind where like, oh, wow, Pal 3's doing that now? Oh, wow. Pal 3's skin is glowing. Wow. Pal 3's hair is looking different, a lot healthier. Pal 3 is posting about a business endeavor. Pal 3 has a new car. There's something about that where like you're elevating. Like your elevation makes you attractive. Like people are able to tell that you were able to take something and make it into nothing into something. Sorry. Which makes you incredibly attractive. Something here about travel too. Something here about travel. Oh snap, look. Money monster. So you really are about your money. Like it's not a game. Where's the joke? Is it in the room with us? Because I don't see it. Are we talking money or what are we talking about? Right? That song, T.I. and man, watch out. What's his name? Oh my God. Young Thug. If it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up. I ain't getting enough if it ain't about the money. Yeah, there's something very much like, are we talking business? I don't have time to talk about anything else. And even if it's not that, it could be like something say like I don't have time for fluff. I don't have time for small talk. Let's get to it. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. And that's what people find attractive about you. All right. I had to go do something. I don't remember what I was saying. I always forget what I'm saying. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on to the tarot. And we're going to see what makes you attractive. Benevolent spirit guides. You don't take no for an answer, so you're very resilient. Ooh. What makes you attractive? People can tell that you've been healing or you've healed a lot from the circumstances that you've come out of. So you must be somebody who went through something very publicly, like there were a lot of witnesses to your struggle. And even if you haven't completely come out of it, people can tell how much you've developed as a person. coming from those circumstances. I think I mentioned this before earlier, actually, for you guys. Now that I'm saying that, I guess it's coming out in the tarot as well. So that needs to be highlighted, that your healing is visible. You might even look younger, or as young as you were a few years ago. What makes pile? You don't need validation. And I do want to say, validation is good to have, right? Because, I mean, come on. If we don't have any reassurance or any reminder and stuff like that, at least every so often, we can kind of distort how we see ourselves. Like some of us go into a state of thinking we're not doing enough, and what we did wasn't good enough, and we should be much better at what we're doing, and we need to do da 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 da. Like, some of us can be really harsh and critical on ourselves. So it is necessary to have a reminder of somebody outside of yourself, or not just a reminder, but to know that you're doing well, you're doing okay. So I'm not saying that, you need to be out here and just, not desiring the things that are human to desire. What I'm saying is, people can tell that what they say about you doesn't make or break you. It just does not. Whatever their opinions are, if people try to bring you down, even if it works for a little bit, it's behind the scenes, because people can't tell. And let's say they can tell. Let's say maybe you have an expression on your face that lets them know that they hurt your feelings, or they put you down in a way or something like that. You're coming right back up. You're coming right back up from that. People can tell that your self-confidence is authentic because of the fact that it's not supported by material things or connections that you have in your life. It's a true sense of confidence that comes from you, and that's what makes you attractive. What makes you attractive to people is how you've handled adversity with other people. What makes you attractive to people too is that they hear one thing about you, and then they actually get to know you, or actually get to speak to you, and they realize that people had you wrong. So what I'm getting here, that there are some people who might feel like they've gotten closer to you than most people, and they don't know you like other people, and that gives them a sense of exclusivity in a way, and that's what makes you attractive. Because there are people who understand you in a way that most people don't, and that's attractive about you. Benevolent Spirit Guides of pile number 3. What does... that's so interesting with what I just channeled, right? Because if you look up here, it says arrogant. Then right beneath it says grounded. Even though they're not exact opposites, those are two conflicting things. Because somebody who's arrogant doesn't have their feet on the ground, right? They're flying higher than everybody else. Yes, so it's like people have this impression of you that you are arrogant, but really what it is, it's confidence. You're not arrogant, you're confident. And it's confidence without the validation of other people. And then there are people that really, really know you, not these people who are outside of your circle. People who really, really know you, who understand how grounded you really are, how measured you are, how kind you are, how empathetic you are, how generous you are. And then there are people who are outside of that because they only see like your external, I guess, They mistake your confidence for arrogance. But that's what makes you attractive anyway. There are people who've gotten really close to you, so maybe even situationships where like it might have started off from work. You know, let's say you had a connection that started off from work and your coworkers are all like, "Oh, pile number 3 is so stuck up. Pile number 3 this, pile number 3 that." And then you end up getting involved romantically with somebody at work and they're like, "Wow, everybody at the job has you completely wrong." Maybe that's not something they said to you, but there's still some sort of exclusivity feeling where it's like, I know a version of you that most of the world does not, and that makes me feel special. That's what makes you attractive. You're also very bright. Oh, how do I put this one? You have I don't want to put it that way. There's something very fertile about you. There's something about fertility with you, right? Men or women. But you're somebody that people look at and they're like, I can have a child with this person. People want to have a baby by you. I'm just I'm just saying what I see. People feel like you have the type of genes that would guarantee a beautiful baby. And we're going to leave that one there. Yes, we are. Can't make this shit up. Four of Wands just came out, right? People fantasize about having a home, a family, children with you. That's what makes you so attractive, is that people can tell on some level that you have a very natural maternal or paternal vibe to you. They want to live with you because they feel like it would be a great experience being in the same household as you. You cannot make that up. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. All right. Is there anything else, benevolent spirit guides? Is there anything else? You shake people up on the inside. Oh, full package. Full package. Full package. Yes, people feel like you're the full package. You would be a great husband, wife, a great mother, father, a great business person. You're very intelligent. You're extremely attractive. You're confident. You're kind. You're everything. You're everything. You're everything. I think people are putting you on a pedestal. Because to them, you're everything. And I'm hearing they don't know what to do with that. You're everything and they don't know what to do with that. Oh, all right. People feel like the devil reversed. Okay. People feel like, sometimes people feel like they have to relearn you. Let me be more specific. People feel like every time they feel like they know you and they have a full picture, there's something else. There's some other kind of context or some other story or some other fact that just, it's like, wow. You know, I learned something new about you every day, you know, or like the discovery never stops. There we go. The discovery never stops with you. And that's what makes you attractive. It's like every time people dig and they feel like they found the gold, if they dig a little deeper, there's even more gold. Now there's diamonds. Now there's sapphire, pearls. I know pearls are in the sea, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. What makes you attractive is that you're unforgettable. You leave an imprint on people's hearts. They can't forget you. They try to shake you, but they will not. Everything they do okay, I'm being dramatic, but a lot of things remind them of you. Some of you smoke with people and people consider you a very good smoke buddy, which makes you attractive. This reading has already run really long, so I'm going to leave it here for you guys. Pile number 3. I hope that resonated for you, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the algorithm things to make sure that I get out there. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for choosing me as your reader, and take care.